champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Noles will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. Breaks the tackle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Here's the handoff. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Nice job by the defense there, killing the drive. They'd given up a lot of yards on that one, and they were on their heels. It felt like it was inevitable that this offense was going to go score a touchdown until that guy decided to take it over. Third down, we're putting a stop to this. I'm getting in the backfield. I'm bringing this quarterback down on the ground, and we're going to stop the bleeding. Good job.
Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Martinez looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Murphy. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on third down was big.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Martinez will let it fly. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to throw again. With the catch, it's Murphy. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Has to get there to move the sticks. Breaks into the open. The 20. The inside. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. That Miami offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Pringle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Red pass is complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing the running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to the running back, and he's making plays.
The give to the back. Has the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. Extending the play. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and...
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important, that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Martinez looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Murphy. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first downs.
They go to the ground. Quick step and go. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Martinez will let it fly. This time on target. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Noles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got the back over the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the RPO, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll run the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UNLV. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Kick is in the air. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. Breaks into the open on the left. At the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Stokes. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
That's caught. It's Carr. There he goes. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting.
Looking for the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Martinez looking to fire. He's got him. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Let's it fly. Wide open downfield. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So now it's 2nd and long. Martinez will let it fly. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And the Noles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the move. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches.
And this D needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They'll run for it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the ride. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
We're trying to hit the angle route to the running back coming out of the backfield. It's a good route, but the running back couldn't make the catch.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught over the middle. It's Carr. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
shotgun snap on third down. Zings it complete to the right. Running free. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
It's complete to the right. He is denied. No good on the two-point try, and the lead remains at 5. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And the Seminoles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Martinez looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Noles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Fights off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to him again. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire on second down. Swings it out to his running back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Back to the ground game on the left. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
To the ground, he's got it again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.